Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles, where today we are featuring a great, an often underestimated little tank. This is Legacy SK in a standard battle here on the very pretty Pearl River map, in the AMX 1357 GF, with the GF standing for Grand Finals. I think this tank was actually released, well I know it was released during one of the World of Tanks Grand Finals, but I think it may have been released at the one that I presented with Quickie Baby from Warsaw, where this picture was taken. Battle commences, and we can already tell that this team have a better than average chance of winning because their light scout tanks are communicating with each other, with the team's AMX 1375 telling Legacy, please don't go right, I'm going there. I know, right? Communication. Wonders will never cease. What are you talking about, Jingles? Legacy is going right. Well, yeah, he's gone to the right-hand side of the map, but the 13... Look, you can see where the 1357 went. You know what he means. So, why is this tank often underestimated? Well, it's armed with a 57mm gun, which only does 90 damage per shot. Because it's in an oscillating turret, it has terrible gun depression and elevation. Often people will find themselves getting shot at by this tank and think, oh, it's only doing 90 damage per hit, and so they'll ignore you. But if it hits and penetrates, and it's not hitting and penetrating, oh wait, it is now, oh, and it's set afire, okay, that makes up for it. But, if it hits and penetrates with every shot that it fires from its 8-round magazine, it'll do 720 damage. Ignore this little French bastard at your peril. Oh, and there's another engine fire. And his first kill. Scratch 1 T26. Yeah, this is a tank that's very easy to underestimate, but you really, really shouldn't. Of course, that does bite both ways. Legacy parking up here with a nice view over the valley, reversing into position so he can make a quick retreat if he starts getting shot at. He's looking for the other AMX. He's been spotted. He's getting shot at. He's taken down. Oh, it's gold ammo. Oh, you dirty, sweaty tryhard, you. Well, I suppose it's understandable. This is a tier 9 battle, technically, and it is just a 57mm gun, but it does have good penetration for a 57mm gun. But it's still just good penetration for a 57mm gun. It fires high-velocity 57mm shells because of that L100 barrel, but they still only have 143mm of penetration. Even with the gold, it's not that good. I think it's 190 something, certainly less than 200. There is an interesting quote here on the World of Tanks wiki describing this machine. This tank has benefited greatly from the changes in the matchmaker since patch 9.18. It no longer faces tier 10s, and even when low tier, never has to face more than 3 tier 9s. This has reduced the hit point pool of the opposing team, negating the AMX 1357's main weakness, its low damage potential. Furthermore, it now becomes top tier on a regular basis, and under those circumstances, transforms into a miniature AMX 5100, capable of destroying most enemy vehicles with a single click. Yeah, I'd say that assessment was pretty much right on the money. When it's top tier, of course, which today it isn't. But even then, providing the enemy vehicles have at least sustained some damage before you engage them, you're still entirely capable of killing anything that has 720 health or less if you get lucky with your penetration and hit rolls. But that's kind of the trick, isn't it? You have to get lucky with your penetration and hit rolls, and that's not really something that Legacy can claim has happened so far in this battle. And it's not really even the choice of targets that he's shooting at. He managed to ricochet 2 shots off the enemy AMX 1357 earlier, and it only has 40mm of armour. But there's getting lucky with your penetration and hit rolls, and then there's getting lucky with your penetration and hit rolls, and here's the thing, winners make their own luck. They put themselves into positions and situations where they don't have to rely on anything as arbitrary as random luck in order to hit and penetrate. This is why whenever you see somebody saying, oh, win rate is just luck, the sad fact of the matter is that they either just haven't played enough games for their own skill, or lack thereof, to make any kind of difference, or they're just displaying a fundamental misunderstanding of fairly basic mathematics. Hello boys, it's me! S51's gun is actually pointing this way, kill him first. 2 shots left. Not going to be able to kill the M12, at least not by himself, but he can certainly track him, stop him from swinging the gun around, and let the Skoda T50 finish him off. Doesn't matter who gets the kills, as long as they die. That will have taken the artillery pressure off his remaining teammates, and on paper it certainly looks like Legacy's team are winning. They do have the kill advantage, but they have a very narrow health disadvantage. Let's see what we can do about that, shall we? One dead Mortian. Nice. Captured King Tiger, other side of the rock. There's a Tiger 1 parked in behind the rocks here though. Ooh, 2 shots. Yep. Captured King Tiger. Oh, it's going to take one more. There we go. That's the other thing about this machine. Even AMX 1357 players themselves will often underestimate just how much damage they, or how many shots they're going to need to fire to finish off a low health enemy. Most of the time when it looks like it's only going to take one shot, it's probably actually going to take 2 or 3. Because these shells do not do a lot of damage. If you like living dangerously, this is a great fun little tank to play. Oh, speaking of living dangerously, there's that new Czech tier 8 tank destroyer. I think they call it the Shrek. That thing has a gun that belongs on a tier 10 tank destroyer. Now this is where Legacy makes his first real misplay. You can see the Shrek's coming around the corner and he pops into the cap circle, telling the Shrek that that's exactly where he is. And I think he was expecting his teammates in the T29 and the VZ44 to discourage him from coming around the corner. But they didn't, because they don't want to be shot at by something that has a gun that belongs on a tier 10 tank destroyer. So he got caught as the meat filling in a Progetto 46 Shrek sandwich, and that really, really hurt. I mean, I don't know for sure that that's what he was doing. If that's not what he was doing, it was a serious misplay, but relying on your teammates to cover you was definitely a misplay, even if that was what he was trying to do. Anyway, lesson learned. Won't do that again in a hurry. So, with the friendly T29 and VZ44 both playing a game of go on then, you first, daring each other to be the ones to deal with the Shrek, and the friendly Progetto 54 occupied with nailing the enemy ISU 152K, Legacy is now playing mind games with the Shrek driver, because he does not want to get hit again. Well, with 244 health, you really don't want to get hit by anything again. So, did he back off? Or is he still sitting on that corner, waiting to deal with the team's surviving heavies? Well, he did back off, but he didn't back off all the way. Be nice to get a target outline, figure out exactly what it is he's up to. I guess that will just have to do. He's got to be careful here, of course, because that Progetto 46... Oh, there he is coming this way. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Get the hell out. Didn't get shot at by the Progetto either, so that's great news. Right, he needs to reload the gun, and if the Shrek is coming after him, just keep falling back to ambush. Ooh, he got spotted. And I don't think it was the Shrek that spotted him. Oh, did you hear that? Somebody just shot at him and missed. Yeah, he got spotted by the Progetto. So that's actually probably good news, even though the Shrek is in hot pursuit and has reacquired him as a target. He's trying to troll the Shrek into shooting. That is a very dangerous game you are playing there. You know the Progetto, yeah, is the one shooting at you and can see you from the town in the middle. So he needs to get off this ridge so the Progetto doesn't get third time lucky. Fortunately, getting off that ridge and into the low ground in the paddies over here was exactly what he needed to do anyway in order to get around. Ooh, that could have been embarrassing. He's fortunate he didn't take any actual damage from that crash. I have done that myself. Usually not in light tanks though. Light tanks seem to be able to get away with that more than, well, Cromwells for example. The number of times I've gone an inch airborne in the Cromwell, come down and lost half of my health is just ridiculous. That Progetto 46 is he's doing well for himself, isn't he? But I suspect he's about to start running out of options. He killed the T29 because it was in the cap circle. So that was good. He's bought himself some time, but the VZ44 is also in the cap circle and will win after being joined by the M12 in less than 20 seconds. So he needs to kill one of those two as well, which means he pretty much has to be in more or less exactly the same spot where he was, and the Progetto 54 is closing in because he's figured that out as well. And yep, they found him. Now is the Progetto 46 aware that the Progetto 54 is about to give him a dose of hot butt sex? He's killed the VZ-44, which has almost completely reset the cap. He now is aware that he has an enemy tank behind him. The 54 gets one shot off. Oh, come on. 6 shots remaining. The M12 fires and misses. The Progetto 54 manages to get another shot off. But the Progetto 46 is closing in on the reload. He takes a... I think that was collision damage. They're both of them reloading. He managed to reload first. He takes out the Progetto 54. The M12 is still capping and looking for a shot, but it's going to be Legacy who blows away the cover and gets the killing blow on the Progetto 46, who, it has to be said, fought a really, really good game, but there were just too many enemies at the end of that match. And unfortunately for him, Legacy SK was one of them. Legacy there in chat at the end of the battle. Easy. Yeah, it wasn't though, was it? You did have to work for it. Come on, give the enemy team that much credit, particularly the Progetto 46. Either way though, he definitely got what he deserved. Ace Tanker and Top Gun, along with some medal for killing enemy artillery. I don't know what that is. And 2,500 damage in a tier 9 battle in a tank with 40mm of armour and a 57mm gun. It's like I said, underestimate this thing at your peril. And of course, because he's not a dirty, sweaty tryhard and he didn't just mindlessly spam gold at everything, and also it's a premium vehicle and it's not tier 10, well, okay, for a whole bunch of different reasons, he still made a profit on this battle without a premium account. So extremely well done to Legacy SK, and I hope you all enjoyed it, because that is it for today. As always, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.